Ladies and gentlemen, at the most anticipated DLC of the year, we have the Hay and Forge pack. Comes with quite a lot of stuff. Nothing we probably haven't really seen already. There's a couple interesting things we're going to go over. I won't get into everything. There's just so much here, but there's obviously not a lot here. Obviously, I was joking at the beginning that this was most anticipated because it's not. And honestly, if I didn't have the Season Pass, I probably would pass on this DLC. But we have the Metric H75 Reform R here. Now the biggest thing about these is they actually have the extra sway you can do on the front bar here. Like so. So if we come over and grab ourselves a mowing head, and I believe actually one of these has an extra sway in them as well. Probably actually check all these out. This guy here. So we could sway it. Ooh, it actually comes up a little bit too. Like so. Let's check out the crone here. Yeah, this one can go extra, so you can do it on the unit itself and here. So let's all unfold. Now the biggest thing about this DLC is that you're able to go along the hills here, because that was the whole catchphrase for this DLC, better equipment to work on the hills, and the cab will stay straight. Actually, this one doesn't have it. This is a fixed cab. Yeah, it's this guy here, the Rigitrack SKH60 has the cab that will actually move when you're on the hill. Alright, so we can see right here we're on the hill leaning, and it's absolutely straight. Let's fire it up, put it down. You can see like so. We are cutting, and it's level. Kind of a cool feature, I will give it that. And again, here with the sway bars, we can go this way, and then extra with our on the track itself. Now I think what these are really meant for with the sway, let's say you have a rock. So the idea is you'd be mowing along, you're coming up on this rock, and then you could actually just kind of shift it as you go. And again, we got the unit itself. And the actual bar on the unit, on the track. Get around that, and then we can come back. And then we can come back again. Is it worth it? Probably not. Of course, we have the hand cutter. The Braille Mirror 29EFI, if I even said that right. And of course, you can actually push or ride these. We got the push here at 5 miles an hour. Or we can ride it. But we can only pick up when you're walking behind it. Like so. And then we can ride it. If we get tired, we can keep the fun times a-rolling. And of course we got another version of that you can configure into the Windrower, which is going to be a little bit smaller working with, of course. Okay, like I said, we're kind of just breezing through this. There's been a lot said about it. Just kind of getting my overviews of things here. We got ourselves a tedder, a smaller windrower, another windrower with the, basically a merger kind of. Well, this is more of a merger because there's splitting here. And another interesting thing I want to show off here is the bigger windrower. Now this guy here we'll actually be able to move a rake in on either side. And then again, that's for if we're going around a rock or if there's something that we're coming upon here. You can do that side like that. And that side like that. Again, just minor things, but they are kind of cool and convenient. The one thing I do like about this multi-T8X is it has the front 3-point on it. So we could take ourselves like a forge wagon on the back. Like so. And then we can get ourselves a mower head on the front. Like so. We can unfold it, turn it on, drop it down, put the back on, unfold, drop down. And we can mow and collect at the same time. Again, this is something that you're probably going to want to have a small operation for. Or, if you just want to get lost and mow a big hill, a big yard, whatever you want to do, have at it. Oh yeah, it also comes with this bed we could put on too, which is kind of interesting because you can configure it. You can have a tipper, so you can put grain in there. Basically everything in the game. We could do a bale trailer and have a front guard if we want, or just a small tipper, or the tipper in the front guard. And again, many color options with these as well, which is very nice. One issue I do have with this pack is you got a tractor here, or the reform if we want to call it that. It's basically a tractor. 109 horsepower is the top. We can't configure it any higher. But our mergers down here, or windrowers if you like to call them, require 160. That one could probably get by. This one's 130, so actually this one's even a little bit less. I guess that windrower was 115, we still ran it. So can we get by? I know I can't use that one without a weight. Can we run this one with the included tractor in the pack? Left working mode, right outside, which is very interesting, and middle. Let's try the middle, turn it on, drop it down. Again, this is supposed to require more horsepower than this tractor has, but we are doing just fine. Let's try it on a hill once. We'll change the working mode to outside, since it's a new thing we haven't seen in a game yet. Outside. Alright, let's see how it does on the hill here. I have a feeling we're gonna probably have issues. Alright. Yeah, she's pulling a little harder there, but, well, we ain't doing too bad. Could be worse. Here comes the hill. I'll leave it on a little extra here and see what happens. Yeah, it's just gonna start struggling right in here. Yeah, so you really wouldn't want to use this on a hill. It works fine on flat, though. Alright, so there you have it. The new DLC from Giants. Isn't anything spectacular? Just went over a few of the things that I thought were interesting. Again, I probably wouldn't have bought this if I didn't have the Season Pass, but I have the Season Pass, and here it is, and a couple cool things, but is it really worth the price of admission? You be the judge. Thanks again for joining me, and we'll see you guys on the next one.